Hi there and hello, my name is Connor. 今日の動画では Yeti Let You Notice の本当のことについて話しています。So, this is the new album from the band Yeti Let You Notice. They are a math rock band that is also fairly Midwest emo-y as well. This band is comprised of 4 members, and that would include Yukio Masaru on the vocals, guitar, and synthesizer. We also have Yuki Ako on the guitar, as well as Masato Saiga on the bass, and then finally we have someone named Hayao who is on the drums. Now, traditionally, this band very much leans math rock and also indie rock and also Midwest emo. However, on here, they actually add a lot more styles and sounds to their whole sort of musical setup. With this album, I find that the band is really sort of weaponizing math rock, if you will. And by that, I mean that they are really incorporating that genre in sort of all other kinds of genres too. I think the most obvious example is probably the song featuring Haru Nemuri. As usual, she sings and she raps all across this entire song, and I like it a lot. And also too, I think because she is rapping primarily on this song, they said, let's add some drum kit electronic percussion. And it sounds fantastic in this style too. I also find that it really reminds me of other bands such as No Buses and also Toe, who are sometimes leaning into electronic math rock, if you will. I do also get the sense that the band here is really taking from a lot of other sort of math rock adjacent bands as well. Like, for example, I do hear a lot of other bands such as Hitohira, maybe People in the Box, and also, of course, Trico. And honestly, too, I don't think you could really come up with a much better pool of inspirations to kind of pull from, because they're kind of the best in their own respective niches, I find. No doubt the standout aspect for me on this album is the instrumentation. It is wild, it is lively, it just sounds so organic and real and honest and true, and I really like that. I think in summary, it just sounds kind of beautiful. I find that each song just sounds so unique and just really stands out amongst every other on this album. On top of that too, a lot of the songs just feature these very memorable moments and motifs that I just really love. With that said, I think one of my favorite moments on the album is probably at the end of the song called Utsukushimono, which means beautiful things. The song almost posits something like, you might not like it now, however in the future, I think you will look back on this time as a really good one. So with that said, it's a very happy, sad sort of song. This song features an instrumental outro that just sounds so very delicately sad and almost just sounds like distilled melancholy. Really beautiful stuff on display here, I think. The final 3 songs of this album in general are just kind of sad and mopey, yet also still very hopeful too. I think they're probably my favorites on the album because of the lyricism here, which is honestly very surprising for me just because I enjoy that instrumentation so damn much. With that said, I would like to read out the lyrics for that final song. I don't think you really need to be too analytical about them because the song is very to the point. And also, like I mentioned earlier, Yukio seems to very much be honest and very open with his thoughts and feelings. And so for that reason, I don't think there's much to really analyze because it's all just kind of laid out on the page there. This final song is the title track of the album and is thereby called hontounokoto, which means true things. I believe the Apple Music version of it calls it something true, but I don't really like that. I don't think that's as strong or also as accurate as a translation as mine is, but maybe I'm biased. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure this is correct, what I said. So the lyrics are as follows. Even if I don't know another person, I'll still say some nasty things. There are a few things I don't like though. Come to think of it, I said it because it'd make you laugh. I even got a haircut. I even cleaned my house. I even bought a nice smelling fabric softener. A little part of me just wanted to be popular. Come to think of it, it was because I wanted to see you. Even if it's not in my nature and even if I'm not good at it, this is what my singing truly is. Because you complimented me, I went to the trouble to gather all the difficult words. I try to sound like a genius, even if I'm just an ordinary person. Come to think of it, I tried saying all those odd things so I could be an exact copy of you. The person I wanted to be with. The person I wanted to save. From the very beginning was truly you, the one and only. I don't have a reason for wanting to die. It's just that I don't want to live. I don't have a reason for wanting to sleep. It's just that I don't want to wake up, feeling sad and feeling empty. Come to think of it, all I wanted was just to see you. To tell you the truth, I was really not expecting an emotional gut punch of a song like this right at the end of this kind of album. Sure, I could kind of sense it after those third to last and second to last songs, but I was just not prepared for this. And for that reason, this song and this album really caught my attention and is one that I really like. And as I mentioned, that is because of the fantastic songwriting and the lyricism and the instrumentation. And there is a lot here I just absolutely love. I don't think there's anything particularly that I dislike. I feel like the mixing could be a little smidge better, I suppose. It's not perfect. I don't think it really needs to be, though, with how good it already sounds. But still, I do wish it was a little bit fixed up. And so yeah, in summary, I just was not expecting to love this album as much as I do and as I did. I think the songs are incredibly strong in all sorts of ways, and I think the instrumentation and the vocals are just amazing. I also really love the lean towards what I would say is electronic production, and then also like slow melodic singing ballads. I think this album really takes risks in all sorts of ways, and I really applaud it for that. With that said too, I do think they primarily all pay off. I don't think they're all perfect, but I think they're all worth the attempt at experimenting with. I think this album really showcases some fantastic skill and variety from the band, and I'm very happy to be able to say that. I think that is really awesome, and I am so looking forward to whatever they make next. I am right on board. I am now a fan. I am going to listen to everything they make. Thank you so much. With all that said, I am going to rate this a 9 out of 10. I think it's almost out of 10. It's so very close. However, when I think about a 10 out of 10 math rock album, this just is not hitting in some of the ways as those do. I think the most recent example would probably be the 2023 album from the band Hitohira. I love that album to death. It all sounds fantastic, and I think that is a true 10 out of 10. Still though, I think this album is really fantastic, and I know there are going to be a lot of songs that are going to make it into a lot of playlists, and I will therefore be listening to them over and over for years to come, I think, and I really hope that you feel the same too. I think this is a fantastic album, and I think you should support them however you can. I'd like to buy this album on Bandcamp. It is not on there, which is unfortunate because like I said, I'd like to buy it. Hey there, Yeti let you notice me trying to buy your album on Bandcamp and then maybe put it on Bandcamp so I can buy it. And so anyway, thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next one, and bye-bye.